Alright friends, Underskilled here, and today we are going to take a look at the Wightstorm transit sites. These are the combat sites for the Winter Nexus event in 2025, and we are going to do them in a Sleipnir. There are other options to do these sites, battleships, especially Navy battleships, tier 3 cruisers, and I've even seen someone doing them in an Hurricane fleet issue. The Sleipnir might not be optimal, but it works for me. I did around 20 to 30 sites so far, and I did not incur any problems at all. Before we start, I want to make clear you should be in an nullsec corp or alliance that holds sovereignty, that has a winter storm inside their sovereignty systems. If you join here as a newt, you will probably get popped very quickly. I am in Brave and I can recommend Brave 100% to everyone. We can talk a little bit about Brave at the end, but first let's start on how you can find these sites. You go to the map, the new 2D map that came with the Catalyst update. You go to Geography and Metaliminal Storms, and you can see these clusters of yellow, orange and red systems. Some of them are Metaliminal Storms, but they are not winter storms. I don't think you can tell from the map which ones are winter storms and which ones are just normal metaliminal storms. I know because I checked this one is a normal metaliminal storm, this one is a winter storm, and this one here as well. And we are here already in the yellow system, docked, ready to go. The ship we use is a Sleipnir, as I mentioned before. It's around, it says 550 mil here. I paid in my staging system for my alliance around 700 mil for it. It may probably go up a little bit because it appears that Sleipnirs are really often used for these sites. So make out of that what you want. It's a pretty expensive ship and you are in danger of losing it when you do these sites. But it's pretty profitable. We can also take a look at the loot from around 10 sites I did before at the end. But just let's quickly go over the fit. In the rig slots, we have just some DPS rigs. We use medium autocannons. The Salvager is not important, you can leave that out, as well as the tractor beam. A tractor beam 1 does the job as well. That's just for saving around 5 seconds at the end of every site. The Pithum C-type medium shield booster is interesting because this is not my fit. I did not design this fit. I found it online and it had a Githam C-type medium shield booster on it. But the Githam C-type was not available in my market, so I went with the Pithum C-type. This one works as well. I assume a Githam C-type works as well. Multispectrum shield hardener. Tracking computer for better tracking. There are a lot of frigates in these waves. That's the reason why we bring the Federation Navy Stasis Webifier as well. Republic Fleet large cap battery, just because there are newts in this site. Damage control 2, just for additional tank, and some damage low slots. For the drones, I brought some Warrior 2s. I don't use them. The NPCs in the event sites, they really love to shoot your drones, so I would recommend just don't use any drones at all. You can on the last wave at the battleship, it's pretty safe, but there's one use case for drones, and we will come to that when we do the site. In a cargo hold, this is interesting. Republic Fleet EMP M. You don't use hail on this. You use EMP because the NPCs are weak to EM damage. So we just use EM damage. Agency Hardshell 1. This is not necessary. As you will soon see, I do the site without any boosters or implants. It is, however, if you have low shield skills, I would bring a tier 2s, or if you have very low shield skills, maybe even a Hardshell 2 dose. It's just some kind of safety net for you. Alright, so that's everything about this fit. Let's just undock and take a look at how this site just is played. These sites are not all too hard and they have a pretty good respawn rate. So we just descan the site, there's nobody in it, there's almost nobody in the system either. We just warp to them, and just to show you real quick how these sites are called. Wightstorm transit site. That's what you want to look out for. So we warp there. They are on an acceleration gate, which gives you a little bit of leeway if you get hopped on. But to to preface this, you get tackled a lot of times in the side. So a lot of the time you spend killing the NPCs in the side, you are tackled by the NPCs. So if a small gang jumps into system, chances are you will die. But you can take some precautions towards that. First of all, if you are in a big nullsec alliance or in a big coalition, you probably have some intel tools. You have the intel channel. You also will have something like Rift, which at least the Imperium uses. And Rift gives you pop-ups that scream into your face if there are newts nearby. So we enter the site, we lock up everything. We activate all our modules. I always kill the frigates first. It's debatable what's worth killing first. This one is not worth killing first. It's just the first one that I webbed. Usually either the newts or the webbers will be your priority target. You can also prioritize every tackler, but as you can see, there is a lot of tackle on you. So everything that tackles you has to die before you are able to warp off the site if a newt enters the system. Also, remember to claim your rewards as soon as you enter the site, because the first step is enter a combat site, and now the next step is kill... alright, I did some sites before, so it's a bit scuffed for me. The next step would be kill X NPCs in the site, I think it's 5 or 7. And then the last step is what I have here, Stormlord Battleship destroyed. So you need to claim your reward track twice while doing the site. First after you enter, second after you kill some NPCs, and third after you destroyed the battleship. I always approach one of the cruisers just to keep moving in any shape or form. The frigates are really close. They orbit you really close. And you want to be close on everything you shoot, because as you can see here, optimal range for the autocannon is 1,600 meters. So nothing. You won't reach anything in that distance, because they all orbit you at, I think the frigates orbit at around 3,000, the cruisers at 12, and the battleship around 10. Because the cruisers are always around 12 to 14, that's why we need to use the Federation Navy Stasis Webifier, because a normal Tech 2 web only goes out to 10 km, and that's not enough. And we really want the extra application in the cruisers as well. There are always 3 waves in these sites. We just killed the first wave, now the second wave comes. The first 2 waves are always frigates and cruisers. And as you will see, our tank holds no problem without boosters, without anything. This time I will, however, shoot the newt first, because there are a lot of more NPCs here. The third wave is the battleship, and the third wave takes the longest. The battleship also scrams you, so keep that in mind. If you engage it, you are up for a multi-minute fight against the battleship that is scramming you. So if someone ganks you, you are pretty helpless. What you can do, however, is jump out between waves, so after you cleared all tackle. For example, right now I am not tackled, so that would be a good opportunity to jump out. And don't be afraid to jump out, even if it's a bit annoying because, oh man, you just left the site without collecting the loot, because the only loot is at the end. But the sites are really quick, they are about 10 minutes, and rather save your 700 million ship than go for a 15 to 20 million loot for the site. Because that's roughly how much the site pays out. It's around 15 to 25 million without considering special drops. So 15 to 25 million only in blue loot and bounties. These bounties, they are not worth mentioning, but the battleship at the end has a 6 million bounty, and there is always a blue loot drop from I think it was for me most of the time around 15 million. Sometimes it goes up to 20 million. And of course there are boosters and drugs. And that's where most of your income will come from. We will talk about the loot at the end a little bit. For now, let's just focus on the side. What I mentioned before, where the drones are useful, if you see a spike in local, if, I don't know, 5 newts join local and your rift did not warn you, you can call out your drones and get them on the tech class. These NPCs here, they have pretty aggressive drone aggro. It is not guaranteed that it will help, but if you send your drones on the tech class, maybe chances are the NPCs that tackle you switch target to your drones, tackle them, and then maybe you can warp off. So that's one good use for your drones. The other use would be to send them on the battleship, because the battleship has pretty bad tracking for small drones. I will test that out when the battleship wave spawns. I actually did not test that before, because it's totally doable without utilizing your drones, as you saw right now. I also kept my shield booster spinning the entire time. I usually don't do that. Usually I put it on break at the end of a wave just to get some cap back. We have a pretty decent delta. It's around 5.8 gigajoules, 18%. We got a Newton system, so let's just quickly check that. Oh yes, combat probes out immediately. That's not too good. It's an Astero, alright. Or maybe the Astero is the blue. I don't know. We'll just risk it. Let me just extend my directional scanner a little bit so I can track it. I just left. Alright. So now the battleship spawns. Reload your ammo, because if you don't reload, you need to reload when you fight the battleship, which is pretty annoying. So we approach it, because we only shoot out to 27 fall off. Lock him up. Reactivate a shield booster and fire. So this fight will take a while. You will not reach it, even if you web it, because somehow he's faster, even if he's a battleship. He will also web you, and he will scram you, as you see. And we will slowly go down on health, so a word of warning if you are watching this video while being in space yourself. There might be a shield alert going off in a few seconds, minutes, because I have set my shield alert to 50% and sometimes I drop below 50%, but I never drop below 30% or something like that. But this is where you will see if your tank holds. If you are going really low on shield, maybe just pop your Hardshell. If you feel very insecure about doing this side with your skills, maybe even bring a Hardshell 2 or 3. And if you see, oh my god, the battleship does a lot of damage, I'm not doing a lot of damage, then you can pop your Hardshell. You should not be AFK while doing this side, because you can't tank this dude forever. If you sometimes, somehow, I don't know, are in the kitchen or having a smoke or something like that while the last wave spawns, and you think, oh, I'm cap stable, I can tank this, I'll just come back and then approach the battleship. I don't know if that works, I would not do it. But you should not do that anyway with a 700 million ship out in space. So we will go back to station after this battleship dies, and we will talk a little bit about the loot. But for now, there's nothing to do except watching our beautiful ship, or watching the not all too beautiful Sunshine ship. You should not expect that the loot is too crazy, but yeah, we will see it in a minute. Yeah, there goes the shield alert. So if you are in space right now, that was my shield alert. You are not in danger, probably. It may go out another time. Yeah, there it is. Sorry for that. And again. But now he is dead. We lock him up. And that's the only reason why we brought the tractor beam. So we pull it in right now. Claim the reward. Don't forget that. And let's take a look. Yeah. It's not 5 million, don't worry. These things, the green shards, they are worth 1 million a piece, so that's 21 million. But that's the only really worthwhile thing here. We will take that anyway. And let's just quickly return to the good old Strauss. Reload, because I will do some more sites after that. And let's take a look at the loot, with what you can expect. As you can see, we got around 20 million, 25 million, as I told you before, 6 million bounty on the battleship, 25 million for that 10 minutes, not too bad. If we use some YouTuber, EVE Online YouTuber math here, that's 6 sites per hour, 6 times 25, I'm not good at math. 150 mil per hour, which is not bad, to be honest, but it's not great either. I did got, at one time yesterday, I did get a True Sencha heavy energy neutralizer, which was priced at around 50 to 70 mil. So you can get some big ticket items, but don't expect it. Yeah, the agency Hardshell I will just leave in my cargo hold because I have these for emergency. And this one goes to the item hanger. So we can roughly tell 210 of these shards. So it was around 10 sites. This is the loot from around 10 sites. This one sadly is not worth anything, but it can be any True Sunshine module, and some of them may be worth something. Don't sleep on these ones. They are, a lot of items are not priced right now because the event is pretty, has just released pretty recently. These ones are really undervalued. The one from the Crimson Harvest are on the market as well right now, and they are also undervalued. You can watch a video by the Oz Report. He does really good EVE economic videos, and he explained why and how these event cerebral accelerators are your best buy if you want a good ISK for SP ratio. Use them if you don't use any cerebral accelerators at all. You can also sell them. They don't sell for a lot. Maybe the extended ones do. I remember the Crimson Harvest ones sold for around 20 million or something like that. Same goes for these timed event boosters. There will be some who are worth a lot. I assume this one, the 16% afterburner speed boost, I assume this one will go for also around 20 to 30 million. And the Nirvana ones, maybe not the one, but everything about that, because it's shield hit points, they will also sell for a lot of money. So don't sleep on these. Bring them back to your market hub and try to sell them. Don't wait too long because, as I mentioned before, they are timed. I'm not an economic expert in EVE. I will just try to sell them right after the event goes on for a week or something like that. The price, quick information on these skin prices. You will not be able to sell these skins for these prices. These prices usually are from before the event. Maybe you can sell some of them. Maybe you are better off by saving them for a few months and selling them then. These drugs, however, they really do sell well. Especially if you get 3 or 4, type 3 or 4. Okay, the Hardshell is just 10 million for the those 3. But they can be worth a lot, especially the Pyrolencia 3 and 4. So that's everything so far about the site. I want to talk briefly about Brave. If you are watching this as a kind of new player and you think about, oh man, I would really love to do nullsec content, but I don't want to have all these obligations. Maybe you heard about English is hard. Fleet participation tokens or something like that. Such a thing does not exist in Brave. You can join Brave, you don't have any obligations, you can freely do everything in Imperium space, which is a lot of space. It's, to give you a quick glimpse, it's Faithabolus, it's Impasse, Tenerifis, Immensi, Deterioid, and I think also parts of Esoteria and Insmother. It's a lot of space you have, Catch as well. Everything that has these green bridges here is more or less Imperium space. It's a lot of space. You can red everywhere you want. You can hack everywhere. You can mine everywhere. Just moon mining is restricted and regulated via the alliances. You can also, if you are scared about getting war decked, join a Brave Empire, as I did. Let me take a look. There. Brave Empire Inc. That's Brave's high-sec corporation. You can join that. You cannot be war decked, but you can utilize all of Brave's null-sec space. So if you are kind of a solo player or in a small friend group, Brave Empire is a really good place to start if you are just, want to experience null-sec. There are other good options as well. I don't want to down-talk any other alliance. I have just started playing EVE Online this summer, and I joined Brave, and I am pretty happy here because I think I have the freedom to do everything I want, and it feels pretty good. So that's the quick Brave plug. If you enjoyed this guide and don't mind my terrible German accent or the fact that I am sometimes at a loss for words because English is a hard language and it's not my first language, you are invited to subscribe because I will put out some more Winter Nexus guides and other EVE content as well. There is a lot of things planned. This may be the first I upload. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, like it, share it, and until the next time, goodbye.